You wake up before the sun. The light outside is still soft, stretching across the walls like a whisper. But your body, it doesn't move like it used to. You sit at the edge of the bed, staring at the floor, hands resting gently on your knees. Not because you're tired, not because you're in pain, but because something quieter, something deeper, is asking for time. Your legs feel heavy. Your arms take just a little more effort to lift. When you finally stand, it's not the movement that surprises you. It's the memory of how easy it once was. And in that moment, a quiet question rises. Is this just aging, or is something inside me slipping away? If this has ever happened to you, you are not alone. And no, you are not weak. You are not lazy. You are not broken. You are simply listening to the early signs of something that happens to all of us. It's called sarcopenia, a slow, silent process where our muscles begin to fade little by little after the age of 60. Not from illness, not from injury, but from a lack of support during the hours we forget to think about. You see, most people believe muscles are built in the gym or on a walk or while lifting a grocery bag. But science tells us something surprising. Muscle isn't built while you move. It's built while you rest. And more specifically, while you sleep. Yes, your most powerful moments of healing happen long after the lights go out, long after the world becomes quiet. While you lie still under the covers and your body turns inward to do its most important work, repairing, rebuilding, and restoring strength. But here's the part no one told us. Sleep alone is not enough. If your body doesn't have the right materials to work with the right fuel, the right nutrients, the right messengers, it can't rebuild anything. It's like trying to build a house with no bricks. And this is why so many older adults wake up weaker, not stronger, even after a full night's rest. They're missing the one simple habit that could change everything. Giving your body what it needs just before you sleep. Tonight I want to show you how easy that can be. Not with pills, not with protein powders, not with complicated diets or long grocery lists, but with 4 natural real foods that help your body gently restore strength while you sleep. They don't require cooking. They don't cost much. They don't overwhelm your digestion or spike your blood sugar. They simply support the quiet work your body is already trying to do when the world goes still and the healing begins. So, if you've been waking up slower, if you've noticed a bit more strain when climbing stairs, if your arms feel softer, your legs less steady, your balance a bit more uncertain, stay with me, because the first food I'm going to show you is something so ordinary you might walk past it every day without thinking. It's soft, it's green, it's fuzzy on the outside, and sweet on the inside. And it might just be your first step toward waking up stronger. His name was George. He was 74 when we met, a retired history teacher with kind eyes and a voice that once commanded full classrooms. But now, that voice had grown quieter. Not because he had less to say, but because he was tired, always tired. I haven't really slept through the night in years, he told me over tea one evening. I lie down early. I close my eyes. But when I wake up, it feels like I've been holding tension all night. My back is stiff. My legs don't feel steady. I shuffle to the bathroom and sit longer than I should, just trying to get my bearings. He wasn't in pain, but he wasn't strong either. There was no drama in his words, just acceptance. He thought it was normal. I thought otherwise. I asked George to do just one thing, one very small thing. Eat 2 ripe kiwis about 1 hour before bedtime every night for 2 weeks. That's it, nothing else. He blinked. Kiwi, that fuzzy little fruit. Yes, exactly that. You see, what most people don't know is that kiwi is one of nature's most gentle sleep aids. Unlike pills or melatonin supplements that force your brain to shut down, kiwi sends a whisper, a natural signal to your body that it's time to rest, heal, and rebuild. Why? Because kiwi contains natural melatonin, the very hormone your brain uses to regulate sleep. And as we age, melatonin levels drop. That's why so many older adults struggle with falling asleep or staying asleep even when they're exhausted. But kiwi doesn't just nudge you towards sleep. It also supports the quality of that sleep. Research shows that older adults who eat kiwi before bed experience faster sleep onset. You fall asleep quicker, longer deep sleep phases, improved sleep efficiency, meaning less tossing and turning. And that's not all. Kiwi is also packed with antioxidants like vitamin C and vitamin E, which help protect your muscle tissues from oxidative stress, the kind that builds up over time from inflammation, toxins, and even just everyday living. Think of antioxidants like little janitors sweeping away damage while you rest so your body can focus on recovery. But there's something else, something that made George laugh out loud one morning. He told me I used to creak like an old wooden chair when I got out of bed. But this week I felt light, like my legs remembered how to be mine again. You see, kiwi is also rich in potassium, a mineral crucial for muscle contraction, hydration, and preventing those awful 3 a.m. leg cramps that feel like someone's twisting your calf with a wrench. And despite its sweet taste, kiwi has a low glycemic index, meaning it won't spike your blood sugar before bed. That makes it safe, even beneficial for those managing type 2 diabetes or insulin resistance. Plus, it's gentle on the stomach, soft, soothing, easy to chew. It doesn't sit heavy. It doesn't cause bloating. It just works quietly, like nature intended. So here's how to enjoy it. Take 2 ripe kiwi, peel them and slice them gently. Eat slowly about an hour before bed, perhaps while listening to calming music or reading or simply watching the stars through your window. This is more than a snack. It's a message, a signal to your body that rest is coming and healing is ready to begin. Just like it did for George. Because sometimes strength isn't built by pushing harder. It's built by allowing the body to do what it already knows how to do, given the right support at the right time. And if kiwi is the gentle fruit that opens the door to rest, the next food we'll explore is the one that builds the foundation behind that door. A food so familiar, so classic, that most people never realize its true power. And yes, you've probably had it with breakfast. But soon you might find it belongs right beside your pillow. Her name was Lean. She was 68 and the kind of woman who brought fruit to strangers and smiled with her whole face. But lately her mornings had changed. When I get out of bed, she said, my legs wobble, like boiled noodles. Not painful, just unreliable. She believed skipping food after sunset would help her sleep. So dinner was small, often late. And after that, nothing, no dessert, no tea, certainly no eggs. Until one evening I gently asked her to try something different. Just one soft-boiled egg eaten an hour before bed. No bread, no salt, no sides, just the egg. She raised an eyebrow. At night, isn't that a breakfast thing? It is, but it shouldn't be. Because eggs, though simple, hold one of the most complete packages of muscle repair nutrients in the entire food world. Here's why. Eggs are what nutritionists call a complete protein, meaning they contain all 9 essential amino acids, the exact building blocks your muscles need to grow and repair themselves. But they're more than just complete. Eggs are especially rich in leucine, the amino acid responsible for triggering muscle protein synthesis, the very first step in repairing and rebuilding your strength. Think of leucine as the foreman on a construction site. Without it, your body might have the bricks, but no one tells the crew to start building. And that's important especially after 60. Because as we age, our bodies become less sensitive to protein signals. Where a 25-year-old might build muscle with just a bite of chicken, older adults need higher quality protein with more leucine to get the same result. This is where eggs shine. A single large egg contains about 6 grams of protein, 500–600 mg of leucine, exactly the amount needed to activate overnight muscle repair. But it doesn't stop there. Eggs are also a natural source of vitamin D, which many older adults lack, especially those who spend less time in the sun. And while vitamin D is famous for supporting bones, it also plays a key role in muscle strength balance and even nerve coordination, all critical factors in staying upright, mobile, and independent. Better yet, eggs provide choline, a nutrient that supports brain and nerve health, helping your muscles respond with better timing, precision, and control. Now, maybe you're wondering, but what about cholesterol? That's a fair concern. Eggs used to carry a bad reputation, but today the science is clear. For most people, eating 1 egg per day does not increase the risk of heart disease. In fact, some studies suggest it may improve cholesterol by increasing HDL, the good cholesterol that protects your heart. So unless your doctor has specifically told you otherwise, eggs can be a safe and powerful part of your daily routine. The key is how you prepare them. Skip the butter. Avoid frying. Don't drown them in salt. Instead, try soft boiling, poaching, gentle scrambling with a drizzle of olive oil. These methods preserve nutrients, support digestion, and prevent unwanted spikes in inflammation or blood pressure. And for those who struggle with chewing, eggs are one of the easiest proteins to eat. No jaw strain, no dry texture, just soft, nourishing simplicity. That's exactly what Lean discovered. 2 weeks after adding a nighttime egg to her routine, she sent me a voice message. I could hear the smile in her voice. I didn't expect much, but I don't wobble anymore. I stand up and my legs feel like they belong to me again. That's the magic of choosing the right protein at the right time. Not a heavy meal, not a shake, just a soft egg, a soft promise. Because strength isn't just built in gyms or workouts. Sometimes it's built in the quietest part of the night with a fork and a little faith. And now we move to something even smaller. Something you could hold in your palm, barely notice in your cabinet, or scatter over a salad without a second thought. But inside these tiny green seeds is a power most people overlook, especially after 60. His name was Harold. He was 72, and though retired, he still gardened like a man half his age. His hands were soil-stained, firm-proud. But each morning, his body didn't feel as strong as it looked. I stretch when I wake up, he told me, but my legs feel like they never slept. I move, but it's like my muscles are still stuck in yesterday. We looked closely, his bedtime routine, his sleep pattern, his diet. And there it was, hiding in plain sight. The one missing mineral that silently controls how your muscles relax, recover, and rebuild. Magnesium. This isn't just any mineral. It's the one that releases tension, supports nervous system repair, and allows your muscles to truly rest at night. Without enough magnesium, your body may sleep, but your muscles don't fully unwind. They stay partially tense, partially alert, like a coiled spring that never truly lets go. You might lie down for 8 hours, but still wake up sore, stiff, or unsteady. The solution: pumpkin seeds. Yes, those tiny green gems often sprinkled on granola or forgotten in trail mix. They are one of nature's most concentrated sources of magnesium. Just 1 ounce, a small handful, delivers about 37% of your daily magnesium needs. That's a massive return from such a small bite. But the benefits don't stop there. Pumpkin seeds also contain tryptophan, an amino acid your body uses to make serotonin, which then converts to melatonin, the very hormone that helps you fall asleep. Magnesium and tryptophan work together like a 1-2 punch. One calms the body. One signals the brain. Together, they lead you into deeper, more healing sleep. The kind where your body produces growth hormone repairs damaged tissue and rebuilds muscle fibers silently beneath the surface. And here's something else most people miss. Pumpkin seeds offer about 7 grams of plant-based protein per ounce, along with healthy fats that slow digestion. That means a steady release of amino acids during the night, no blood sugar crash, no digestive heaviness, just a smooth, consistent supply of what your muscles need to rebuild, not break down. Harold added just 1 tablespoon of pumpkin seeds before bed each night. Nothing fancy, no recipes, just the seeds raw, unsalted. After 2 weeks, he smiled and said, "For the first time in years, I woke up and felt like I actually slept, not just laid still." Sometimes we underestimate what small things can do. We think power comes in big jars or loud machines or long workouts. But often it lives in the tiny, the quiet, the overlooked. Just a tablespoon of pumpkin seeds, and your muscles may finally feel what true rest really means. Here's how to enjoy them. Take 1 to 2 tablespoons before bed. Eat them raw, unsalted. Optional sprinkle on plain Greek yogurt or warm slightly in a dry pan to release their natural flavor. No oil, no salt. And if you're managing blood pressure, that's even more reason to avoid salted versions. Sodium at night can interfere with your body's overnight balance and repair. There's one more thing I want to share about pumpkin seeds. They're rich in zinc, a mineral that supports cell repair, immune strength, and hormone balance, especially for men over 60. In fact, zinc plays a key role in maintaining testosterone levels, which directly affect muscle mass, mood, and energy. All that from a seed so small it could hide in your hand. The natural world doesn't waste space. Sometimes its most powerful gifts come in the smallest packages. But if pumpkin seeds are the quiet nighttime healer, our final food is even quieter. It doesn't crunch. It doesn't sparkle. It doesn't even smell exciting. But what it does is nourish your muscles gently, slowly, and consistently, hour after hour, while you dream. It's not a snack. It's a signal to your body. I'm here. You're safe. You can rebuild now. And it's waiting for you in the dairy aisle. Her name was Martha. She was 76, sharp as a tack, with the kind of smile that made strangers feel like old friends. But one day she looked at me and said something I'll never forget. "I can still think fast, but my body feels like it's falling a few steps behind." She didn't mean illness. She meant strength, or the quiet absence of it. Getting out of the car took more effort. Stairs, once easy, now seemed a little taller. Her legs didn't feel like her own anymore. Her doctor told her it was aging, but Martha wasn't satisfied with that answer. She wanted a change, something gentle, realistic, something that respected her pace but helped her move forward. So I gave her a spoon and a tub of cottage cheese. No prescriptions, no long exercise routines, just 3 spoonfuls 30 minutes before bed. She wrinkled her nose. "That stuff my grandmother used to eat that." I smiled, and I bet her legs were stronger than they looked. What Martha didn't know, and what most people don't, is that cottage cheese is one of the most powerful nighttime recovery foods on earth, especially after 60. It all comes down to one thing: casein protein. Unlike whey, which digests quickly, casein digests slowly, releasing a gentle stream of amino acids over the course of 6 to 8 hours. This slow release is exactly what your body needs during the night when muscle rebuilding takes place quietly, hour by hour. Because here's what many don't realize. When you sleep, your body goes into repair mode. But if there's not enough fuel in your system, if amino acids aren't available, your body starts breaking down muscle to feed itself. That's the last thing we want, especially if we're already losing muscle due to age. But cottage cheese changes that. Just a few spoonfuls before bed keeps your bloodstream rich with the building blocks of muscle, so your body doesn't need to break anything down. Instead, it gets to work, healing, strengthening, restoring. And that's not all. Cottage cheese is also rich in leucine, that same muscle-stimulating amino acid we saw in eggs, and it keeps delivering it all night long. It's like handing your body a flashlight and a map before it enters the dark. It knows exactly what to do and exactly how to get stronger. But that's not the only benefit. If you've been watching your blood sugar, you'll be glad to know that plain low-fat cottage cheese is naturally low in carbohydrates, meaning no nighttime glucose spikes, no insulin confusion, no hidden sugar crashes. In fact, some studies suggest that adding casein protein before bed may even improve overnight glucose control, especially in older adults with prediabetes or type 2 diabetes. And if heart health is on your radar, here's good news. Choose low-fat or 1% versions. Select low sodium if you're watching blood pressure. And skip the flavored kinds. They're often packed with added sugars. The result: a creamy, protein-rich, muscle-supporting snack that digests like a whisper and heals like a balm. Martha gave it a try. She didn't change anything else. No new supplements, no new workouts. Just a few spoonfuls of cottage cheese in a quiet kitchen before bed. 3 weeks later, she called me. "I think my body finally got the message," she said. "I wake up with more energy now, and I don't have to brace myself before climbing stairs. It's not dramatic, but it's steady. I feel steady again." And sometimes that's the most beautiful kind of strength. Steady, quiet, dependable. Like your own legs carrying you through the morning without question. Here's how to enjoy it. Take 4 tablespoons of plain low-fat cottage cheese. Eat it slowly 30 to 60 minutes before bed. Optionally mix with a sprinkle of cinnamon or a few slices of banana, or even leftover kiwi from earlier. Don't overthink it. Don't complicate it. Just let it be simple. Because this isn't a meal. It's a message. A message to your body that says, it's okay now. You can rebuild. I'm here. I'm feeding you strength. And here's the best part. No prep, no cooking, no fuss. You don't need a blender. You don't need a stove. Just a container, a spoon, and the willingness to care for yourself in the quiet hours when no one is watching. We often think we need to do something big to feel strong again, but the truth: strength returns in the smallest of decisions. Peeling a kiwi, boiling an egg, scooping a spoonful of cottage cheese, tossing a few seeds into your palm. That's it. Those aren't chores, they're choices. Choices that gently guide your body toward healing. Every single night. So tonight just choose one. One fruit, one egg, one seed, one spoonful. That's all. Because if you do, you may wake up one morning and notice something. Your legs feel a little more like your own. Your steps feel more confident. And your heart, the one that's carried you through so much, feels light again. If you've ever felt like your body is quietly asking for more care at night, try one of these 4 foods tonight and come back to share how you felt in the morning. Which one will you start with? Tell us in the comments below. Your story may inspire someone else to start their journey. And if this message touched something inside you, a hope, a memory, or a quiet belief that strength is still within reach, then stay with us. Subscribe to Senior Fit, where growing older doesn't mean growing smaller. It means growing wiser, stronger, and still moving forward. Together,